Crystal Palace vs Manchester United. Prediction, kickoff time, TV, live stream, team news, H2H results, odds. Both sides bidding to bounce back from midweek defeats. Marcus Rashford discovers new Barcelona problem as £30 million Man United transfer approval given Ruben Amorim press conference live. Man United vs Crystal Palace team news and injury updates. Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim will address the media this afternoon ahead of the trip to Crystal Palace. Manchester United's Marcus Rashford is thriving on loan at Barcelona with 6 goals and 9 assists, but the club's financial difficulties could prevent his permanent move. Marcus Rashford's hopes of securing a permanent switch to Barcelona could be dashed by the club's ongoing money troubles. The Manchester United forward is currently flourishing at the Catalan Giants on a season-long loan deal, having been frozen out by Ruben Amorim at Old Trafford. So far this campaign, the 28-year-old has notched 6 goals and provided 9 assists across 17 outings. With Barcelona possessing an option to make his switch permanent next summer for a fee around £30 million, it appears straightforward if his present form continues. At La Liga commentator Terry Gibson has warned how the club's financial difficulties could scupper any deal. Other top players in his position, such as Rafinha and Lamine Yamal, also look set to play a role in his future. Ruben Amorim press conference live. Man United vs Crystal Palace team news and injury updates. Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim will address the media this afternoon ahead of the trip to Crystal Palace. Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim will speak at his pre-match press conference this afternoon ahead of the trip to Crystal Palace on Sunday. The Reds' 5-game unbeaten run was ended on Monday night when they lost 1-0 to Everton at Old Trafford. United were without Benjamin Sesko, Matheus Cunha and Harry Maguire for the defeat through injury. We'll get fitness updates at today's press conference as the trio aim to be fit for the trip to London. Amorim may also be asked about the club's plans for the January transfer window with little over a month before it begins. A win for United this weekend will move them above the Eagles, who sit in 5th. United are currently 10th in the Premier League table after 12 games but are just 3 points behind Aston Villa in 4th. Stay tuned for all the latest updates from Amorim's press conference below. 09:28 Jack Flintham. United injury issues ahead of Palace. Heading into today's press conference, we can expect to hear about the latest on the injury issues affecting United. Sesko is likely to be overlooked considering Amorim put a timeline of a few weeks on his potential return. Cunha and Maguire have more chance of being fit for Sunday. Maguire was training at Carrington during the international break, but his recovery needed longer. Cunha's injury was deemed nothing serious on Monday night, so there's a chance he could play Sunday. United need double injury boost for strongest starting 11. United are looking to bounce back this weekend against Palace after the dismal display versus Everton. Their best chance of doing that would be to have their strongest lineup available to them for the trip to Selhurst Park. However, our United writer Stephen Railston believes the club needs a double injury boost to be able to do just that. Hello. Welcome to our live press conference blog. Amorim will address the media today and we will have his quotes at 1:30 p.m. Amorim's attitude today will be interesting after his players put in a poor performance in the defeat to Everton on Monday night. The Reds desperately need a response on Sunday to show the result was merely a blip after a good run of form. Keep across this blog throughout the day for updates. Crystal Palace vs Manchester United. Prediction, kickoff time, TV, live stream, team news, H2H results, odds. Both sides bidding to bounce back from midweek defeats. Man United suffered a frustrating 1-0 defeat at home to 10-man Everton on Monday night, with head coach Ruben Amorim expressing concerns over his side's performance. Crystal Palace and Manchester United are both aiming to return to winning ways as they face off in the Premier League this weekend. The Eagles are one of 5 teams still unbeaten at home in the league this season, though that record will be put to the test by Man United, who will be the fresher of the 2 teams. Here's everything you need to know about the game. Date, kickoff time and venue. Crystal Palace vs Manchester United is scheduled for a 12 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time kickoff on Sunday, November 30th, 2025. Crystal Palace sank to their second defeat in 4 Conference League games as Strasbourg came from behind to secure a 2-1 win at the Stade de la Mainau. When the fixtures for the league phase were released, this was billed as Palace's sternest test, and so it proved as their 5-game unbeaten run came to an end. Strasbourg, fielding a starting 11 with an average age of just 21 years old, surged forward early on, their pace in transition creating early chances for Samuel Morabet and Sebastian Nanasi. Palace have not had things all their own way during a Conference League campaign many expected them to coast through, and they were given plenty to think about by Liam Rosenior's side in the opening half hour. The final game of an extended Premier League match week saw Manchester United beaten at home by Everton. After seeing Liverpool and Tottenham lose heavily over the weekend, the Red Devils had the opportunity to open up a 3-point lead over both teams. However, Ruben Amorim's first anniversary of his maiden game in charge of the club ended in defeat as Kiernan Dewsbury Hall's superb first-half strike proved to be the difference between the two sides as Man United, unbeaten in 5 matches prior to kickoff, missed the chance to end the night in the Champions League qualification places. The Toffees' victory was made all the more impressive after suffering a double blow early in the game as Seamus Coleman had to be replaced in the first half before Idrissa Gueye was sent off for striking his own teammate Michael Keane. That said, the visitors defended their 1-goal lead resolutely in the second half to seal their first at Old Trafford since 2013. Follow Man United vs Everton back below with Standard Sports' dedicated match blog.